All right, Shalom, Shalom, Yesharala. Before we go any further within this lesson, I want to give all the praises with honor, glory, and infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha And I also want to give double honors unto our beloved other bishops and unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach well and that rule well, with much blessings and salutations as always going out to the hopeful elect. All right. To you, Akim, Wafi, Akwaf that are tuning in. All right. And to the elect, the prophets, the true members. All right. Scattered across the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. Barakatham unto you and unto your households within these evil days. These evil times in which we are surely living in. All right. It's being made plain, bro. All right. Where we at? Okay. And when I say we, meaning, you know, the uh the world, okay? We in a heavy time of prophetic events coming to pass. All right. And one thing to highlight for sure is how the Lord is speeding up these days, man. The Lord is speeding up these days. So let's grab this. Or you got me cooked. You know, today's short. So this is the book of Matthew. Let me see if I could possibly find see, let me hit with the AMP. All right. Matthew 24 and 22 in the AMP. Let's see what that says. All right. Because this right here, man, is the reason of why these days is they tweaking out there. Is Or being the time is going by faster, man. All right. Simple as that. Time is going by faster. Because if it didn't, all right, we would all be through due to this the fit that Esau Edom is throwing, man. This bitch fit he's throwing, this little temper tantrums, he got going. Because the scriptures tell us, man, which we're gonna grab it after that, But the point, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22 in the AMP, and it says, and if those days of tribulation, all right, had not been cut short, and this is talking about, all right, Jacob's trouble, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 6, real quick, tells us a time of tribulation, a time of trouble, prophetic event, okay, which is going to happen, in which right now we're currently in. This, call Allah Yahweh Shai, Blue Jay. This is the beginning stages, all right, of the tribulations and the evils that are about to take the whole world, bro. All right, unaware. All right. So like, yeah, I'm in the elements, man. These bugs and keep fucking flying in my face and shit. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 6. All right. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. All right. Because we understand, like, men, biological men, someone with loins, all right, and a rod, that was born that way, all right, don't give birth. They don't give birth, man. You just don't worry like that, you know. But it's going to the seriosity of what the prophet Jeremiah is seeing, all right, because he is seeing grown men, all right, terrified, completely awe, you know, at the destruction, the hell, the chaos, which is soon to come to the four corners of the earth. But the main point being Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right. But it says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins being the stomach. All right. So just picture someone holding their stomach or a grown ass man. Picture Mike Tyson or some shit. Okay. Mayweather, or Kemzat. I forgot his name. Kemzat, UFC champ. Just picture him, bro. Just, Israel Sadia, you know, picture these men, these mighty men, which they would be considered mighty men today. All right. But to the carnal people, like, but just to picture them holding their stomach, man, as if they're about to give birth. All right, being very pained, and they're being, in a state of perplexion. They're perplexed, afflicted in the mind. All right, because that's what's gonna be going on. All right, in these times we in, man, a lot of people are about to be afflicted in their spirit, in their mind. All right. But the point is, says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, like a woman that's about to give birth. That's what that's talking about. And it says, in all faces are turned into paleness, meaning, all right, like somebody about to give up the ghost, bro. Paleness, they sick, like they're sick. This says not one face, it says all faces, man. So this is the type of spirit the Lord is about to bring here on this earth, bro. And we already in that time of Jacob's trouble, boy. So the point is, verse 7, alas, for that day is great, that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And this is what it's talking about, that tribulation, because trouble just goes into the same thing as tribulation. All right. But the point is, man, it's a lot that's about to take place, which currently is going on right now. Call me my shot. All right. And it's only going to amplify for the worse. That's why I had to get it in the AMP. All right, because the Lord is just gonna just destroy this place, man, completely, and the people here in this place, man. All right, so we're gonna finish this off. And it says, "But he shall be saved out of it." Yeah. So it's a time, man, a time of evil, which it's not just a day. Okay, it's a time, set measure, in which the Lord is about to be doing a lot of slaying and ass kicking. All right, putting belt to ass, man, by the way of these plagues, these pestilences, in which that's what we're about to get into. All right. And it all correlates, together. These polycrisis, things that are going on, from, the inflation to soon a famine of food, and also of hearing the words of the Lord. It's all the vision is being made, very plain at this point. So Matthew 24 and 22. And if those days of tribulation, which is Jacob's trouble, had not been cut short. All right, because we already know, bro, the Lord's speeding up the time, bro. If you a man that values your time, you a very, or a woman, person that values their time, because we understand, man, time here, every second, spirit called me, everything counts. Everything counts. Every hour, every minute, it all counts, man, because we know that there's a short time to do what we do, man, to serve the Lord. All right, and soon that this shit is about to end, come to a complete end. All right. The Babylon the Great, okay, the ministry of, the works of breaking out these epistles, digital epistles, going out on the highways and the byways. All right. The ministry is going to transform to something else, man, to where we become hunters of men. All right. Besides fishers. But the point being is, the Lord is shortening up the days, bro. You see it. No human life would be saved. Okay. So no human would be saved. All right. But why? Look at this shit. Check this out. It says, Andeus Hantavirus strain could linger in human semen. So the seed. It's a big ass waltz. Get your ass on. You know what I'm saying? Get your big ass on. All right. It says Andeus Hantavirus, all right, strain could linger in human semen for nearly 6 years. and changed little over time. So now this shit, bro, this shit, they're speaking about this pestilence, this plague, this sickness right now. But we already know who we dealing with, bro. We not dumb. We know how Esau gets down, man. We know that the scripture says how Esau, Edom, the wicked, all right, is the how about Shimei sword. We've already seen things in the past, all right, and how this man operates from these labs that he set up in other countries, and he plays with, okay, all type of uh strains and do all type of things, man. You know, to bring forth for his purpose, but really it's for the Most High's purpose, man. Okay, because we understand that there's an agenda that these devils are fulfilling, and then they only doing it because the Lord allowing them to do it. It's not on like some shit like, oh, Esau run shit. Nah, man, the Lord is allowing them to do this. Okay, but the meaning behind this is that, all right, decrease the world population to under 500 million, man. All right, and this is the way of how they're going to do that. This is a tactic of the wicked. So you can see where this is going, and this is why this is why the days are being shortened, bro. Cause this nigga is now trying to corrupt your seed, bro. He's trying to make it to where even the seed, okay, like your children will get this shit, bro, and eventually die off from this. This is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And this is his wrath being shown. So it says, learn how researchers discovered traces of injurious V lingering in a patient's semen nearly 6 years after infection, and why the findings are raising new questions during the current anta, virus outbreak. Okay, in which, man, this shit supposedly been out, but they just bringing it back into the feed. It's what these devils do, man. It says as health officials continue, and I just want to say I'm not a doctor. I'm not speaking on health or any of that shit. I'm just reading articles, all right, and bringing out edification through the Holy Scriptures. That's it. But it says as health officials continue responding to the Hantavirus outbreak linked to a cruise ship in the Atlantic where 18 people, exposed. U.S. passengers were flown to medical facilities in Nebraska and Atlanta on Monday and are now being monitored for up to 42 days. Researchers are revisiting a study that found genetic material from the injurious virus lingering in a patient's semen for nearly 6 years after infection. Okay, well, that sounds pretty strange because uh, this shit just came out. It hasn't even been 6 years yet, but I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, bro. It says according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), the NDS virus is a type of hantavirus. Okay, so it's a different strain of this shit. See, you see these devils, bro. You see these devils, man. We see you, Esau, bro. The Lord see you, Edom. You're not slick, all right. You're not slick, bro. All right, and it says this type of hantavirus in the only known strain capable of spreading from person to person. So this nigga got this shit on souped it up to where this mug got brothers and sisters. The virus got brothers and sisters. It says in the 2023 study published in the journal V Viruses, researchers follow a 55-year-old Swiss man, I'm probably sure like Swedish or from Switzerland, man who contracted the Andean virus while traveling in South America. Years later, the team continued detecting viral RNA in a semen sample even after it had disappeared from his blood. We demonstrate that the DNA, the Salakia, that the ADMV genome persists within the reproductive tract for at least 71 months. The researchers wrote in their study. All right, so basically, man, um, yeah, that's basically the whole part of the article bringing it out. But this is a deadly virus, they're speaking about, man. This is a disease that not only is going to take you out, but if you have children, all right, or you get someone pregnant, they don't take you out with that shit. Just like that fucking C19 thing, bro. How that shit rearranges your genetic build up. and how uh it doesn't make the womb of a woman fertile no more. You know, it's just all, bro. It's all sorcery. It's sorcery of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, you know, these days are being shortened because this devil is trying to come down on everybody, okay, and ultimately bring death and destruction. You know, more in death and destruction to the world, and really mainly the Israelites. You know, the Lord's chosen people. All right, because this is really an attack at Jake, man. Who really get down the most, man? You know, who brings out, you know, children. You know, Jake gets stressed, and what, you know, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Jake got to relieve that stress. How is it gonna leave stress, man? You know what I'm saying? Jake is known to have big families, the so-called, you know, Negro, like, you know, Latino and Native American men. You know, they're known to have big families, man. You know, they like to say we the minorities, but bro, we the majority, bro. Like, come on, bro. We make up this the world for real. All right, but the point is, Matthew 24:22 AMP, and it says, and if those days of tribulation had not been cut short, all right, no human life would be saved. You see why? You see what this nigga's doing, man? He's trying to poison your fucking kids. He's trying to get, bro. Come on, bro. He's coming at your livelihood, bro. Like, come on, bro. This is the devil, the wicked, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it says no human life will be saved, but for the sake of the elect, the Lord's chosen, bro. Because we ain't finna get tainted with that shit, man. You know, Lord willing be part of the elect number, but we understand that the Lord's chosen will be protected from all sorceries, the wiles and tricks of this fucking devil. All right, it says the Most High chosen ones, those days will be shortened. So those days are going to be shortened, man. All right, it's going, but for everybody else, bro, these evil days are going to feel like it's dragged out, man. You know, because they're not in the spirit of Yahweh Bashima Shai, neither are they being protected by the spirit of the Lord, man. Now, I'm talking about 2/3 of our people. All right, and the rest of these fuck ass heathens, man. We don't get no damn. We don't get no damn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's hey, bro. Come on, bro. Look, this is what that shit is, bro. Satan. Let me get Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. This has been heavy in the spirit because this is where we at, man. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. All right, the elect, the chosen, okay, the ones that will be saved out of it. The Most High's chosen. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's chosen, okay, from the beginning, from the start, you know, and they're gonna finish in the end. But it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe, which means destruction. You guys know this. You know, it means death. It means destruction. All right, to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. So to the people, man, to the people that live here, okay, they're talking about this shit. All right, it is a 40-50% chance mortality rate. You know, this one is going to get the attention. You can't shake this one. And I really believe through, you know, I believe I'm spiritually speculating, bro, or just I'm just maybe speaking as a man. Those who took that crack scene, you know what I'm saying, back then, all them fucking shot, SHOTS. You know what I'm saying? They had that was Mando, bro. You gonna catch that shit, and you gonna this new shit they got out here. That shit gonna cleave onto you, motherfuckers, bro. Like white on rice, like for real. I believe that, bro. You know, but you know, brothers gonna be straight though. That's for sure. You know, all right. But it says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." For the devil, these top bacon elite families, man, these elites, these technocrats, these luminaries, these fucking devils. We know who they look like, man. And they not Jake. They not a so-called black man. They not a so-called white man. I mean, so-called black man or African American Negro, you know, Latino. No, bro. These motherfuckers are on your dollars, bro. They own the money, the monetary system, starting with these banking families, man. You know, these you know, each, you know, banking family with different names, but these motherfuckers the same people. They all Edomites, okay? The Amalekites, man, the small, strange hatters. You know what I'm saying? They're doing this. This is they're behind this. All right. But little do they know that they're doing it for the Lord. Okay. Man's goings are of Yahweh Shai. How can he then know his own way? They don't know You know what I'm saying? They think they have an elaborate plan, but really this is all for the Lord. You know, it's part of the Lord's plan, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know, this devil know he got a short time, man. And the reason he got a short time is because these prophecies is popping off, man. Okay? And Yahweh is in the midst. Yahweh Bashim Shai is in the midst. You know? So they don't got long, man. They don't got long at all. That's why they doing all this shit. You know, scrambling, trying to, which they already got the whole AI infrastructure system built. You know, they just waiting to put that bitch and go, put it in sports mode, man. All right, prophecy is hey, it's in sports mode, man. Okay, these prophecies are gonna keep coming out, man. We so close, all right, so close to returning to the Lord, because bro, best believe the Lord is on his way. Yahweh Shai is definitely on his way, man. Okay, to do what? To save his elect, man. All right, and to establish righteousness in this kingdom. Okay, full of evil and wickedness. You got the rulers trying to freaking kill you, man. You got their own rulers trying to take you out, man. You know, they own everything. They even own you. You know what I'm saying? But yet they're not satisfied, bro. Come on, what type of shit is that? It's a wicked man that shouldn't be ruling at all. Wicked people, wicked nation that should not be ruling. You know, they're not of the ruling class. They are not imperial, royal. Okay, these are demons in high places, spirits. Okay, that must be destroyed. You know, scripture says how the Lord created the wicked for the day of destruction. That's why they're here, bro. That's why they are about shy. Wicked. They, the Lord created these niggas for the day of destruction. Let me see, bro. They doing all this shit, trying to kill us off. Man, come on, bro. Created day of destruction. I think it might be day of doom. Let me see where it's at. Uh, ooh, Job 21 and let's see, like 30. Okay, so yeah. So the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 30 says that the wicked. Actually, let me start at verse 28. It says, for ye say, where is the house of the prince? And where are the dwelling places of the wicked? All right. Verse 29. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? Yeah, man. Can't see, bro. Like, right now it's very evident, to see who's who's the wicked and who's the righteous, man. Which is Esau, Edom is the wicked, and Jake is the righteous. All right. The princes, all right. We are princes. Okay, Yashar Allah. That's us, man. All right. But verse 29 says, verse 30. All right, man, you can see the focus of this fucking devil, man. Look at the shit he's doing. You understand? You understand? But my fault. Verse 30, it says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Fuck. All right, that's Esau Edom. So he doing all this, trying to eliminate and destroy Jake first and foremost. But even, the whole population, he done with you people. He said y'all are he said y'all are worthless eaters. You eat, sleep, and shit, and you just take up space. This is what this devil said. He said there's no better purpose of you living here. So this is why he's trying to erase you. All right. And that go for 2/3 as well, bro. Like right now, bro, you have no purpose, bro. That's why the Lord's finna take y'all out. Out of via these plagues, these prophecies, you know, this Hantavirus. I hope this be the one. I ain't gonna cap. I hope this be the one, bro. May the Lord have mercy upon us in our households. So, uh, Yeah, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaChodash. And until next time.